As you guys know, we started our giveaway, and we're giving away either a C7 Z06 Corvette and $10,000 cash, or our 1,500 horsepower S10 and $10,000 cash. You get to pick. If you win, you can have either one of those vehicles and the cash. But for today only, Sunday until 11:59, if you order any merch and get entered into the giveaway, not only do you get some entries into the giveaway, but we're going to throw this Everlast 205 SI in one random order. We build stuff here, and we love welders. Not only is this a TIG welder and stick welder, but it's also a plasma cutter. This is perfect for you in your garage. If you have a business, this is a great machine. These are the same machines we run in-house that we build everything with, and they're great. Can't buy a better machine than an Everlast Welder. So make sure you go to CJRaceCars.com. Not only do you get one entry for every $5 you spend on merch, but if you order today by 11:59, you may get a welder with your order. And right now, I know we did our titanium keychains with no date on them, and they sold out quick. And for the rest of this giveaway only, we did something special. We did some titanium keychains a while ago with no date on them, and they sold out super quick. Well, if you have one of those, we're never making another one without a date. But for now, until the end of the giveaway, we have these available. We have a titanium keychain 2025 edition and a titanium Christmas tree ornament with 2025 edition. These will only be available until the end of this giveaway or until they're sold out. Now, I can tell you, the last keychain sold out in a matter of hours. So if you want a titanium keychain or a titanium Christmas tree ornament, which what's cooler than a titanium Christmas tree ornament, you better run over and grab those now because they will not last long. They sell out every time. So make sure you go to CJRaceCars.com. Every $5 gets you one entry into the giveaway. Plus, you may get this weld machine in your order if you order by 11:59 tonight.
It's been a good minute since we did an update on Taal order.
It's been a really long time since we did an update on Taal order. Obviously, when we were finishing mullet, pretty much the entire shop was shut down. We weren't working on anything, and now that mullet's gone and World Cup's coming up, we got some time to work on Taal order. So I just want to go over the plan with this thing because in the next few weeks, you guys are going to see a ton of Taal order content, and I'm fired up about it. After Eagle going 570s at 257 miles an hour, I want to see Taal order go 5s. I want to see James put Taal order in a 5s, and I think it's 100% capable. I think it's really capable of going probably pretty close to what Eagle went, 570s, maybe not in a mile an hour. You're gonna have to run a little harder up front, but I definitely think this thing could probably go 580s, 570s in a quarter mile with this little peanut engine. Now, I wanna show you some stuff we've done that you guys haven't seen probably. So, I don't know if you've seen the wheels or not, but we got 17-inch RC component front wheels, spindle mount. We put RC components on everything, and the chrome. The polished stuff's really hard to keep clean, so we went chrome on that. Taylor got the rest of the headers welded up since the last time you guys saw this thing. And the goal with this car is to be super light. So Eagle weighs 2,475 pounds, give or take, with Garrett in it. And this car, I think, is gonna weigh closer to 2,200 pounds with James in it. So you're talking about 275 pounds lighter. That's a big, big difference. About 50 pounds of that is coming from chassis being lighter, and the rest of that's probably engine being a lot lighter. If you look at this compared to Eagle's massive Hemi, this thing is much, much smaller. So turbos, about the same. These massive FISs are pretty similar to the size of the turbos on Eagle, but the engine is about half the size. So we're gonna save a bunch of weight there, some weight on the chassis. And let me show you this rear end. Check out this rear end. I don't think we've showed the rear end of this thing yet. Maybe we did at the very beginning, but I don't know if we got into specifics. The rear end for Taal order is right here, and it's all together now. Taylor just put this together. Obviously, we got our TBM brakes, which are super light. Only brakes we run. We got our Marty Mirrorlit 9-inch rear end. Now, this rear end is not built for an 11-inch center section like Eagle, but it doesn't need to be because this thing has a little peanut. Doesn't have as much torque, doesn't have as much horsepower, and we're really worried about weight. So the rear end for this, Marty made the lightest he could possibly made it. There's a spindle that we get from Strange that goes into here. It goes way in here, right? Marty turned that down, shortened it up, saved even a few pounds on each side in there because weight is everything with this car. So Marty really went all out with this rear end, and I mean, it's beautiful. It's an absolute piece of work, and it's light. TBM brakes, only good for a 10-inch gear, which is exactly what we want. We don't need anything more than that. I think actually we got a 9.5-inch gear, which we'll look at in a minute. But On the ends of that, we got our RC component wheels, 13-inch wide, 15-inch wheel for a 275 tire, 3-inch backspace. We will, however, have a 315 tire and a 15-inch wide wheel, so it'll be the same outboard sizing. It'll be 2-inch more inboard. So 15 inches wide, pretty much like we have on Eagle. We'll have the same wheel for this because to set the LS record, doesn't matter if you're on a 315 or 275. To run drag and drive, you can be on a 315, doesn't matter. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna go ahead and have wheels for a 315 because it's gonna be much easier to go 570s on a 315 than it will be a 275, especially because we have to get after it so quick up front. So here's the wheels we're gonna start with. Here's the rear end we got. And yeah, I wanna show you guys the carbon doors too. We got the carbon doors and the carbon front end. Carbon doors are here. This door is not the same as what we have on Eagle. And the reason for that is the Vano door is a little bit thicker. And when we built this chassis, we used to make a custom door. So we would get a Glass Tech door. We'd cut the inner out, build our own, or cut the inner out, and make our own inner, and make it narrower, which was a lot of work. So when we started building Eagle, we just narrowed the chassis up to accommodate for a Joe Vano door. So if you look at this door, I mean, it is super thin. Like from here to here, there's like basically nothing, right? On a Vano door, you have more like this, and that just won't fit this chassis. So we went with these Harry Glass carbon doors, and I mean, obviously you guys are on there and I'm here, so you can't tell I like this door, but it's light. Let me weigh this real quick.
because it looks like it weighs nothing.
It's light, and it's still got to get trimmed too. So there's some weight here that's not going to be here at some point. But what do you think this door weighs?
I can't.
Grab a hold of it one time.
Let me see if I can lift it by myself. Oh wow.
What do you what do you think it weighs?
I can't even tell it.
All right, let's see.
See.
So this door weighs
There's no way.
7.8 pounds. The entire door, and it's got to get trimmed down here. It's got to get trimmed down there. Got to get trimmed down in the back. This is a 7.5 pound door total, with a great receiver lip for the carbon. I mean, this is a light door. Like we said, we're trying to keep this thing light because we got to go fast, and we don't have a whole lot of horsepower. We don't just have 20 extra pounds of boost on tap, turn it up to 5,500, and let it eat. We're going to be out of horsepower. We're going to be using every bit of horsepower we have to go 5. So front end is right here. This, however, is a Joe Vano front end, which is identical to what's on Eagle. I mean, you can't beat the look of these front ends, and they are super strong, super light. So we went with the same front end, same hood. This front end already came one piece. The front end for Eagle, we had to make one piece. So it may be a tiny, tiny bit lighter than Eagle there. Most likely it'll be very similar. So front end is here, doors are here. Struts that you see on the car also are not the struts for this car. Those are mock-up struts. And these are Menskers, but we want to be light. So Mensker said, I got something for you. My new billet strut with a titanium spindle. Let me show you those. Yeah, he said they save you about 2 pounds. 2 pounds a side, I mean, that's 4 pounds. So this is the new strut that Mensker makes, all billet lower. He makes in-house. Titanium spindle that's pressed in, 4 pounds lighter than the old deal. I mean, it's a little bit more money, but we're going for world records over here. And I don't want to say, oh man, we could have had that world record, but we didn't save the 4 pounds on struts. So we got the titanium spindle, struts. I don't want James to give me any reason why it didn't happen.
Now, I know we have about 7 pounds untrimmed on the door, but what do you think it's going to be once the door is pretty much complete? What do you think it's going to be?
Well, you've got some hinges in there, which we got lightweight hinges with titanium pins, carbon door handle, titanium window frame. I bet it's closer to 15 per door with it loaded out, totally done. That's light.
Still light.
It's light, very light. So carbon doors, carbon front end, titanium and billet struts. Oh, something else. This is really killer too, because in the past, that body strut, we've had to brace these a few times, and Mensker really got that deal fixed right here. I mean, this is solid. This billet control, this billet steering arm, killer piece. Mensker stuff, only shocks and struts we run. We have 4-way adjustable rear shocks that are the same as Eagle. So this is pretty much a chassis that we know works really well. We've done it with Eagle, we've done it with Clay Cole, we've had a bunch of these cars. We're actually working on Jamie's car at the same time as we're working on this, another 69 Camaro. So, we've built enough 69 Camaros. This thing should work pretty well, hopefully right out of the box. The only thing I don't know is the LS platform. We haven't done a ton of like LSs to this level, but I think we got enough people around us that can help and make this thing work really well. Something else we did since last time you guys saw this thing, I'm pretty sure anyways, this car was built a while ago. We took it back in on trade, which most of you probably know that, and it had a fixed steering column. So we swapped that out to our adjustable steering column. That way if James is driving it at the track and I want to drive it from track to track on the street, which I think is the plan, I can adjust that thing down because James is about 6 inches taller than me, so that'll help. We also put our adjustable pedals in here instead of fixed pedals. It has all of our adjustable pedals, all of our adjustable steering column, drive shaft enclosure, titanium, of course, and we have 2 of them for this car. Reason for that is, if you're at a track, a drive shaft comes apart, U-joint comes apart, and it does happen. It's unfortunate. Hopefully it never happens, but it does happen. So if that happens, most people don't have titanium to repair the drive shaft enclosure, and it could balloon that thing and rip some tubes apart and cause some real problems there. So we have a duplicate of this ready to go for that. So we do have that. It looks bad right now, right? But that whole shelf over there is full of stuff. All the floors are done for this thing. The firewall's done for this thing. The belly pans are done for this thing. Turbo piping, hot side, cold side. Oh, I got all the titanium for this. So this is all titanium too. All titanium downpipes. Reason I did that on this car and not on Eagle, because a lot of people asked, why not titanium? I didn't do titanium on Eagle because originally it was going to be a drag and drive car, right? And the titanium it doesn't hold up great. But this is my car. And if it breaks, I can repair it, right? So this chassis is a little bit lighter, thinner wall tubing. If something happens, I can repair it. It's even got titanium turbo mounts. But again, that's because it's mine. I can repair it, and we need to save the pounds. Eagle has 20 more pounds of boost. If it has an extra pound here, hit the up arrow one time. Boom. Carries the extra 10 pounds, no problem.
So where do you think we're going to attack next?
So Danny already did the seat bar here. He did the seat bar last week. He did some of the brake lines last week. And he started doing the 7-point harness tabs last week. So we started on that stuff. We'll probably put all the floors back in, put the firewall back in. I think the only piece of firewall we don't have is a centerpiece. So we'll probably knock that out next. We'll do the window lip. So we have that. Start mounting doors, mounting front end. And honestly, it's not terrible. All the tin work and everything's done to here. So we need to put tubs in it, tin work in the back. This won't have wheelie bars, so none of this stuff will get cut out. Like mullet, like we talked about. Mullet was a decent amount of extra work. You know, it was cut out here for wheelie bars, which made the tin, a decent amount more pieces. We won't have to worry about with this car. We're gonna have real taillights. So I do want to have real taillights, even though they're gonna add a little bit of weight. We're gonna have those, but we won't have to cut that. Tin work won't be bad back here. So tubs, tin work. I think I got a puke tank already made for this thing. We will at some point have to figure out drag and drive fuel cells and all that stuff. So that stuff will add up. But for now, we're just gonna race this thing. The first few times we're gonna test it. The goal is, which I haven't even said this out loud to my guys yet. Hopefully they don't watch it. They won't watch the video.
They're going to watch it.
Hopefully they don't watch it this far. We'll tell them it 10 minutes in, just log out. But I'd like to have this thing tested and ready to go to Sick Week in February. Yeah. That's the goal. I know, it's crazy. But
Did you tell Taylor? You didn't tell Taylor.
I didn't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody.
I'm not. You are.
No. This might be AI. They don't know. So, but anyways, I'd like to go to Sick Week in February and go 5s. That's the big goal. There's a lot of people going to do it. I think Devin has a potential to go 5s for sure. I think Brett will go 5s at Sick Week, and I think this car could go 5s at Sick Week if we can have some time to test. I don't think we can put this thing in drag and drive trim off the trailer and go 5s. I'm not that confident in it, but I do think if we have a little bit of time, James can drive it. There's no doubt in my mind, and we have the right equipment. If we can get some laps on this thing will go 5s, and I think it'll do it and then drive down the road. That's like my all-time dream. After doing drag and drive stuff with Cream Puff, I would love nothing more than to see James go 5s in this thing and do it in drag and drive when nobody's done it on a radial. We have the world's fastest radial car now. How cool would it be to have the only radial car to go 5s in drag and drive? think it's only appropriate. And the world's fastest radial LS car, maybe. Lots of records coming up that I think James could set with his car, and I am fired up about it. I am absolutely fired. There's nothing that compares to standing on a starting line and being part of something like Eagle going 257 and knowing that's a world record. I mean, there's a lot of people out there with a lot of really nice stuff that try to set these records. So to be part of that is insane, and there's no feeling like that. Nothing can compare to that. So that's the goal with this car. Dang. You hear that? Something's loose in there. Sorry, we'll get it fixed. This week, we'll get it fixed. But that's the goal. So I think that's going to do it. I just wanted to give you guys an update because there are a bunch of parts we've gotten since last time. And there's a bunch of stuff coming up very soon. The goal is, mullet's gone for a little bit. We're going to press to get Jamie's Camaro done. And we're going to press to get Taal order very close by the end of November. Because we have to be very close by the end of November. That still only gives us 2 months to get it wired, powder coated, assembled, plumbed, and some kind of testing. So, yeah.
Man, I'm so excited to hear you have this conversation with Taylor and Danny.
I know. I'm going to say it was your idea, though.
What you...
All right. But I think that's going to do it. I hope you guys are excited as I am about Taal order. I know James is absolutely fired up about Taal order. So that's going to do it for today's video. If you haven't already, go to CJRaceCars.com to get entered into our giveaway. I mean, I don't even know how we're doing it, but we're giving away either a C7 Z06 Corvette and $10,000 or a 1,500 horsepower drag and drive S10 and $10,000. You get to pick. If you win, you pick which one you take home. I don't know how it could get any better than that. And it helps the channel. You buy merch for the same price. We don't raise the price of the merch. We sell it for the same price. You just get entered into winning one of 2 awesome vehicles, and it helps us do things like this with our friends. So thanks for the support. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.